Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 21 of Direwolf20's server play series. Actually episode 21, unlike last episode where I said it was 21 and it was really 20. In the episode before that when it was 20 and I said it was, well, whatever. I messed up with my numbering the last two episodes, but it's back to normal. So episode 21, actually here. I have been working on a lot of bee stuff off camera. I've actually worked my way up to both purebred industrious bees and imperials, and you can see that they're doing a pretty good job. I've got some jungles, I've got some cultivateds. These guys are actually doing a pretty nice job for me as well. And I've got distilled bees. I finally got the bee trait that lets it run while it's raining. So I did impart that into my distilled queen, but I haven't gotten there yet with my other bees. So they're all, currently stopped because of the rain. But distilled is awesome. This is the top tier of bee for oil production. Woot. Also have some modest bees that I was running because I needed those. Those new common bees produce a lot, says player. Oh yeah, cultivated? Yeah, they do. Cultivated produces a lot. You should have seen player. I had like almost 10 stacks of honey from last night until today. I actually set it up so that the honey starts going back into my multi-tank again and getting processed. I was storing it because I ran out of honey for my beealyzer. Me and player have been doing a lot of fun stuff with the bees machines. You can see we've got a bunch of cool things in here. Actually went up with, we've got some good serums here like nocturnal and rainfall, some cave dwelling, the temperature tolerances, and then I've got all the species of bees. So I've got my distilled species serum, and my distilled bees are making oily propolis. Not a terribly bad amount of it either. I think I got these guys up and running, maybe last night, and so over the course of 24 hours, we got about this much. Awesome. So what I want to do this episode is start using the oily propolis and hooking it up in the workshop. I've got a tank all set up and ready for it. My only question is, and since there's a handful of people on the TeamSpeak here with us at the moment, players on and Soren, of course, and we've also got Tog and Flora, King Lemming, Morvalara, and that's about it. So tell me, guys, do you have any use for oil, or should I just immediately process it all into fuel? Like, does anybody want oil in its raw state?
The only thing I would do would set up a process to refine it myself, I think.
Right. So I'm thinking what I want to do is pump the oil into here, refine it into fuel, and then throw it into a tank for everybody to, access. So not only will I be supplying the server with power, courtesy of the Tesseracts, I'll be having a liquid supply through liquid Tesseracts. So I've got some biofuel going in here, I've got some lava, I've got some iron tank full of creosote oil, and some seed oil. So what I'd like to do is have just a public Tesseract, anybody can access from anywhere. They just pop down a liquid tesseract and say, hey, I need some biogas. Boom, it happens, no problem. I'm going to have to automate a bit the income. And what I'm going to have to do for that to happen properly is I'm thinking relocate the production machines, which are currently in this chunk, and just throw them over into this chunk. And then, well, either that or chunk load both chunks. I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe storage here, production here, but then I'd have to chunk load both of them. And these are separated on chunk lines, because Soren built this place like a champ. Didn't you, Soren? Soren says yes.
Which place?
The workshop. You did an awesome job
making
separate chunks and rooms made out of chunks. So all I gotta do is chunk load this and this. And I'll keep an eye on the TPS just to make sure we're not, bogging down the server when nobody's in the workshop, but I can't imagine we would be hurting it too much by having some production. And then I'm probably gonna wanna set up some item tesseracts. Debating how exactly I want that to work. Now, Lemming, if I just place an item tesseract right next to a machine with no pipes in between, it will send items into it provided there's inventory space, but if the machine's full, it won't transfer items, right?
You got it.
Nice. I like that mechanic a lot, and I'll probably be abusing it severely in this process. So I'll basically wind up putting the production machine right next to all my tanks. So I don't even need the liquid ducts. I could just have the squeezer sitting here right next to the iron tank full of seed oil, and the fermenter sitting right next to the iron tank of biomass. That might be a good plan. I think I like that. All right, so why don't I start working on relocating these machines shouldn't be too bad. And then I have to consider how I want to automatically transfer the seeds and the saplings that are over at my main farm into this area, just to ensure that we have a good steady supply of seeds and everything. Cool? Because, yeah, the weird thing is I won't really be able to transfer items and detect when the other side of the Tesseract is full. Like, I can't say, like, you know, if I'm using Buildcraft logic gates, for example, the squeezer, I can't just say, like, hey, unless the Tesseracts have some kind of logic gate capacity to tell me when they're not going to accept items, do they? Well, King Lemming?
Not directly. The way it's going to work is if they can't accept items, they're going to disconnect the Buildcraft pipe. So it will take another route.
Gotcha. So it'll block the pipe. It just won't let the pipe connect if there's. Okay, yeah, that's right. I did see that on my spotlight. So that's what'll happen if the chest is full. I thought that only happened if there was no frequency connected.
No, it'll happen anytime it can't send. So
well, that's really awesome.
Well, what'll happen? It will take one item and then it'll end up buffering that item. And if it doesn't go anywhere, then it severs the connection. Then as soon as the buffer clears, it'll reopen.
Interesting. So how can I? I'll either
want
to.
I'm sure you can abuse it.
Yeah, I'll either want to stop the redstone signal when that happens on the gate, like the autarkic gate, for example, which I don't think will be too easy to do. Hey, Flora. I see you running around.
Hello.
Did you see I got like some Uber distilled bees?
Some what?
Distilled bees.
No, I didn't.
Yes, they're through the purple portal over here.
What is this place?
Are you in the workshop?
I think.
Yeah, okay. Come back through the crystal portal and then go through the portal gun portal. Alright, so what I'm going to do, guys, is figure out a good way to make this run and happen. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Alright, I will come back once I've made a few Tesseracts and a few other cool things. Alright, guys, let's start moving this stuff around. Yoink. Always fun dealing with the Void Age, so make sure you have your suit on.
Oh.
What's that?
I was wondering where you went. Ah.
Yeah, be careful. I have the void open here.
Got it.
You know, I just finished setting this all up, and then I'm like, wait, I'm going to change everything.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of. Alright, seed oil will do first. Just because that'll be the easiest. Now, I'm actually using Buildcraft pipes for this because they have one special property that you can't duplicate in the whatchamacallits, the Tesseracts, or the not Tesseracts, the liquid ducts. You can't do with this. Do I want to move this? I'm gonna move all your stairs here. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll leave some of them. They do look nice, I won't lie, but they're just going to be in my way at the moment.
Right.
So if I have a wooden waterproof pipe, and I've got some autarkic gates, and I've got my squeezer, so this is going to be the seed oil iron tank. So I'll just put down the wooden waterproof. Now the thing about liquid ducts is one of the downsides to them is you can't just have one liquid duct going from one location to the next. Like if you want to pump out of a item, it's you need at least two because you need one that's pumping out and one that's pumping into the iron tank. But with the wooden pipes, you know, it's cool. So we'll just say redstone signal off, energy pulsar. Cool. And then, you know, if I had some seeds, can you bring me a couple seeds and throw them in the squeezer here next to the seed oil tank? We'll just make sure it's working. And we'll probably also want to get our power going, so we'll set that up around here somewhere. So we'll get our energy tesseract set back up, and we'll set the frequency to the workshop free power. Receive only. Alright, should be running.
Yep.
Perfect. So seed oil's going in, and it should automatically be pumped out there, right? So 530, 550, perfect. So step 1 complete. Now let's do the same with the fermenter. So I'm going to steal this guy, and we'll have to move a little bit more with the fermenter than we were before, but that shouldn't be too big a deal. How's my inventory? I'm also going to need some more redstone energy conduits, which I think I have a bunch of somewhere. Let me sort some items. I'll be right back. All right, same exact thing with the fermenter here. We're going to just set this up here. You, and you. Cool. And now all I need, Soren, actually is, let's say a stack or 2 of saplings to go in the fermenter for me. And I'm going to set up the water while all that happens. So, going to want water set up. What's the best way to set that up right here? I guess I could have the power coming up the side. So I'll probably want the water going in from the bottom. That's even less cool. Alright. Let's just do this. There we go. That looks pretty good. The best thing about working in a void age is when you make a mess, it doesn't matter. Because it just falls on the ground and then gets destroyed.
Pretty much.
That'll
That's
do.
great. When you have enough materials that you can feel good about that.
We also
Alright,
have
that
a
works,
limited
Soren.
stone.
Now I need to do is just get some power going. Alright, so we're probably going to have multiple machines like next to most of our stuff, so I'm just going to run this out like this, and then if I do have any other machines nearby, like I can easily connect into them. Conduits are cool, Lemming. Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, yeah, they are, aren't they? No, they really are.
Paragon
I like
of
them.
modesty.
Alright, so we should be having some biomass production going on here and getting pumped into here. Awesome, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so biomass and seed oil production are automated at this point. We just need to automatically, connect up so people can tap into it, and we should also automatically connect it up so that saplings and seeds make their way into this area. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that part yet, though. What else should be automatically produced? Lava is already automatically being filled, I believe, isn't it? Nope, maybe not. I lied. But that's alright, we'll get that automatically filled from the overworld. Not going to be hard to do. And creosote oil is automatically being filled from the adjacent chunk. Got a coke oven here going. Lemming, I'm noticing something weird about... Well, I guess that's not so weird. Okay, never mind.
Oh, what's up?
Nope, I lied. I'm not noticing something weird at the moment.
Nice.
Okay.
I noticed it in my single-player world. It's a different version than we have on the server. And then I noticed it here, but here it made sense.
What's it?
liquid ducts being partially filled and not clearing out when they have a place to go. But in this case, it didn't have a place to go because the iron tank was full. But in my single player, it was like not filling up the tank, even though there was room in the tank. It was weird. But probably something I was being stupid about. Alright, guys, we'll be back in a few once I'm ready for the next stage of this build. Alright, guys, placing down a liquid tesseract here real quick, just because I want to transfer on frequency 22, owner 22. There we go. All that liquid shouldn't have a problem making its way in. Cool. I want to use that thing, but just demonstrating what the setup is going to be over here. So basically this is going to be my fuel tank. And I'm going to have the oil refineries set up here. I'll have the oil pumping in via Tesseract from the workshop where the bees are producing the oil. And then we'll just pump it all out through here. Shouldn't be too bad. So I've got this set up. It should work pretty smoothly. And then we're going to need power running over to here, but that'll be real easy to get. So that should be that. So right now, of course, I'm draining this oil guy because we don't want to waste any oil. Like, that's important stuff. So that'll stay and drain. That should be fine. I'm also going to chunk load this area of the workshop just to make sure. So let's see. There we go. Should be able to just place him right there. And we've got a chunk loader. Cool. Alright, now let's talk about how we're going to get oil production. So all we should need is a squeezer. I'm just trying to decide exactly how I want to lay this out. What I'm thinking is maybe like a simple Zycraft tank? I don't know. Where do I want to place this? We've already got some Zycraft tanks in here. I think we're going to need another squeezer, and we're going to need all the oily propolis we get to go into that squeezer, get converted into oil, or I could just, you know, item transport it, but do I want to do the oil production in the workshop, or do I want to do it here in the bee room? That's the real question. Alright, this is going to be a tight fit, but I think it'll work. Let's do this. I'm going to put the squeezer here. Cool. And that's going to squeeze the oil, and it's going to pump out here and over to these guys. Cool. And then here's where the Tesseract is going to be, and it'll transfer the oil propolis directly into the squeezer, and the squeezer will do its job, and then we'll have power there. That should actually be pretty good. I think that'll work a lot, actually. So let's get a couple of those guys ready to go. We're going to need 2 of you, and what's the item Tesseract? Needs tin, silver, and tin. Okay. Two item Tesseracts. One will be here, and this is going to be a private frequency, just for me to use. Just don't need, you know, other people don't need to see it, right? So it'll be private, owner only, receive only. We'll go with frequency 1, and we'll call it oil propolis. Check. Receiving oil propolis. Cool. Now if we zip over to here, now all I should really have to do is set up something cool. Hey, Covert.
Works better if I plug the microphone in first.
Usually helps.
Yeah,
Okay.
that does do. Alright, so this item Tesseract will then be told that he is also sending oil propolis go. And that allows the blue connection there. I really like how the Buildcraft pipes don't connect to the block if it doesn't work. That's really cool. Alright, and then we'll say down the blue path is oil propolis. So, you know, diamond transport pipe, oil propolis goes blue and makes its way directly into the item Tesseract, which should output on the other side. Cool. Now all we have to do is wait for a little bit of oil propolis to be created. I mean, I could test this if I really wanted to. Would like an oily comb to do it, but it should work if I just do my obsidian trick. Ah, darn. Where'd it go? Oh, there goes an oily comb. Alright, that'll work. So oily comb should be making its way over to here. There it is, processing. Oil propolis goes this way and should make its way straight down there. Guessing it might have already gone through. Alright, let's go see what happens. I'm going to head over to the workshop and see if the oily propolis made its way to the squeezer. If it did, then things are perfect. Nice! We've already got 3 oily propolis in there. That's perfect. So now we can start squeezing that stuff. Alright, cool. How are we doing with power? That's what we're going to need next. So what's going on with you, Covert?
Not much. Just working on my house mostly.
Cool. I should come visit you at some point and see what you've made.
The people have been begging to see what my house looks like.
What's that?
People have been begging to see what my house looks like.
Well, I need to pump out propolis from this squeezer and do something with it. But hey, we're producing oil, so that's good. From what I understand, we get about half a bucket of oil per oily propolis, which is pretty cool. So, might have to do something with this propolis stuff. Wonder if, yeah, I'll figure something out. But for now... There we go. Ready for the refineries. Alright, refineries. Let's do our thing. So this guy finished, which is good. And that means we don't need this here anymore. Or for that matter, that. And I need to clean my inventory just a little bit. I have too much junk.
Hate that.
So I use a lot of iron tanks, I realized. I think they're awesome. Yeah, that's the next mod we need. Carries more stuff mod. Bags just don't cut it anymore.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time keeping my inventory.
Alright, so that should go. Engage. Fill. Why are you not filling? Am I doing something stupid here? Why is this thing not filling up? Shouldn't that be filling?
Part of it's filled with steam.
It's filled with what?
It's like steam.
Steam.
Yeah, look. Die.
It does look like it's filled with steam. How'd that happen?
There we go.
Okay, cool. How did that happen? Can you replace that block? I don't have any on me.
Yeah.
That's weird. It had... Oh, you... But... What?
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 Is it way over there?
Steam?
Did you take it from over here?
I did take it from over there, but, like, I broke it
Maybe
and
it
picked it up.
backlogs into it? I don't know.
But I broke it and picked it up. Does it retain its inventory?
Maybe.
I would think not.
User joined your channel.
Probably not cleaning up the tile entity correctly.
The refinery, so.
Hello, Pa.
Pahimar, I'm recording.
Hello.
Hey, Palmer.
What's going on, buddy?
I have to work.
Oh,
Fun.
that's not cool.
on equivalent exchange.
Oh, that is cool. I want you
That
to work
is
on
more
that.
cool.
Yes, you do. We need to talk.
Alright, maybe I should have this
Uh-oh,
thing
who
set up
said
here.
that?
Gang.
Lemming.
Ah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was supposed to say, I haven't done anything with your shit yet.
Alright.
And Direwolf knocks a jump cut.
Yes. Pahimar bad.
Palmar's not Direwolf 20 recording safe. Not safe for Direwolf. Oh, that should be a hashtag or a meme.
It should be.
It already is.
I was working on this building, but it's not safe for Direwolf.
Nice.
Aw.
Oh dear.
Back here for somebody.
Oh, I think I know how that happened, actually. That's actually kind of interesting.
Does retaining the air liquid stay when you break it?
No, I think I had the... No, I don't think I did have the Tesseract next to...
No,
Is there steam in the pipe over there at the moment?
not that I saw.
Okay, cool.
It is next to Tesseract though, so bad place for it. Unless you're putting in things, then it's fine.
There we go. I'm just draining the fuel that's here at the moment, and then I'll be able to instantly transfer the stuff across.
Yeah.
Might as well get this thing set up underneath.
Have
So
an
this will
extra
be how we
energy
supply
Tesseract.
fuel to the server. If I had a nickel for every time I accidentally shift clicked instead of just regular clicked one of these conduits. There we go. And then we just put a Tesseract down there. And there we go. Can't the boiler send steam to adjacent tanks? Probably. I don't think the
Yeah.
Tesseract was connected to the boiler, though, when that weird thing happened.
It wasn't. There was just pipe there.
Yeah. Okay. That should be cool. We'll just tidy up all this oil. Actually going to turn both of these off and grab this liquid Tesseract. And then I'm going to go grab this liquid Tesseract. And I'll clean up that area in a bit. But basically what we want to set up is really simple. And I might even put it here, because if we want another, well, no, wait, if we said if we were going to have another one of these, it would be like here, right? Probably here. So if I do want to do that, if this eventually becomes a second steam boiler, then we'll want the liquid Tesseract here, going to here. Let's see if this works. Public, send.
Happen to have an extra energy Tesseracts? Or do I need to make one?
What's that?
An energy Tesseract, do you have an extra one perhaps?
Not an energy on me, but I have an unattuned if you want that.
That'll work.
It's over here in the area. Player's gonna steal it.
Thank you very much.
So the public fuel frequency is about to become available. This guy will be public fuel, and it will receive only. And over here, we're going to have public fuel send only. Meh. Cool. So that should be doing something now. right? Yeah, it is. Look at that. Fuel. Nice. Cool. And then when we have the second steam boiler, it'll go right here, and we'll connect it the same way. Alright guys, we'll be back. Alright guys, ready to wrap up this episode, but one last thing we need to set up. I want to say energy pulse and pull out all the propolis from here, so that should be cool. Yes, excellent, cool. So we've got propolis getting pulled out into the chest. Again, we're staying within the chunk boundary, so this chunk will stay loaded at all times. Let's just show that here, right? So these blocks will all stay loaded. This redstone lever here is, of course, to keep the oil flowing out of the squeezer. I can go ahead and throw some oily propolis in there that I brought with me manually, but any new oily propolis being created is going to instantly be transported over here. And it'll be thrown into this guy, and we'll start creating fuel. Excellent, you can see that happening. And then all the fuel is teleported over here to this guy. Now the other cool thing is that we're going to allow anyone in the server to access it. So I already set the frequency as a public fuel frequency, as you can see, public fuel. We're going to want to do the same with lava and biogas and a couple other things, but we'll deal with that probably maybe next episode, because we got to wrap up soon. But for now, we can kind of clear out this thing, and we've got automated public fuel. How cool is that? I might need more of those bees than I have. I'm not sure how much the bees that I have now will be able to maintain what I'm doing, but we'll see. Got to reconnect this guy. Cool. That worked.
So how long did a oil well last you with the boilers?
The what? With the boiler?
Sure.
It wasn't a particularly large oil well. It was like, you know, the standard like 3 block tall spout. I'm gonna say it lasted, yeah, 3 days. Soren's right. About 3 days, maybe 2-3 days.
How many boilers of power?
1 high pressure boiler. And it's running at maximum
Was it
efficiency.
chunk loaded?
What's that,
Was
Gilbert?
it chunk loaded the whole time?
Yes.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, not bad at all. 3 days worth of power for an oil. But now I'm going to see how this oily bee treats me. I only have 1 producing, but I'm going to throw him in an alveary soon. I think that's the next thing to make. Get an alveary going, and then I don't have to worry about frames, and we'll have maximum oil production from 1 bee. If I need to, I'll have a second bee working on it. But, alright, I think we're doing good. Nice.
Maximum oil.
Exactly. So I'm going to set up the liquid tesseracts for biofuel and lava and a couple other things. But for now, like I said, time to wrap up. So Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And next episode you'll come back, you'll probably see the shared liquids already in place. And we'll have to get working on some other cool stuff. And I still haven't gotten to Reliquary. I really want to check out some of the Reliquary items, but we'll get there. Don't worry. All right, guys. Take it easy.